You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We coming to you. We got a good one tonight. Deion Sanders, Power 5 Coach of the Year. We rocking with you. And also God's man with the purpose. So we'll get into it. We're going to talk, as I said, we're going to talk about Deion Sanders, Coach of the Year. We're going to talk about black fathers. We're going to also talk about Deion Sanders' coaching ability. And we're also going to talk about his purpose and what he is doing. So we got a good one tonight, and we'll talk about Deion Sanders and his sons in the media event. So you're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast, where we know all things are possible to those who believe. We understand that if you work hard, do your best, believe in yourself, and you never give up, you have the recipe to becoming a millionaire. And that's what we do. We grow millionaires here, corporate enterprise business. But let's get into it, because I've heard a lot of reports, and man, oh man, Deion can't coach. Well, I'll tell you, that's one of the things that's really, really surprising to me, because I tell you, each player that coaches in the NFL has to have a master's degree. And that's 100%. Every coach that coaches in the NFL has to have a master's degree. Every player that plays in the NFL has to have a master's degree. And folks, what I mean by a master's degree, you're going to get a playbook that may be about 500 pages. Okay, and that playbook, you got to study it, you got to know it, and you have to apply it. And that's the three key principles to corporate enterprise business. You must study it, you must master it, and you must apply it. And that's what Deion Sanders has did. So when they talk about, he can't coach and he can't do this or he can't do that, and he moved all the players off the team, let me tell you what, that's what should have happened. All the players should have moved off the team, and when they moved off the team, he told them, hey, you can stay, but you ain't going to play. And that's the thing that people got to understand, that those players didn't actually get kicked out. Nobody's kicking them out. Okay, nobody wants to kick them out. What really happened with that is they just were told they weren't going to play. You can stay. It's up to you. Okay? But if you're not going to play, nobody's going to practice every day and be a punching bag. So that's what went down there. But let's kick it in, and let me tell you why he's going to be the Power 5 coach. Guys are talking, he doesn't know how to coach, does not do it. Right now, the first year, folks, what happens is you build a depth chart. So you go out and get the players in the first year, everybody you think you need. You haven't seen them play yet, but you got good officiating, you got good word on them, you got good reports on them, so you get them in the house. Okay, now you're starting fresh, year one with the depth chart. There is no another thing that's there beyond your depth chart. Now, here's what happens, folks. And man, I got a cat, man. This cat, I call people a cat. Let me tell you when I call people a cat, what I mean. I call people a cat because I think they're being slick. Okay? And I got my guy. I love my guy, Coach JB. I saw you on Last Chance U. And you know what? I had to ask myself, Coach JB, don't hate the player, man. Hate the game. Hate the game, Coach JB. You on Last Chance U. You on Netflix. And folks, let me tell you about Coach JB, because I like Coach JB. Because Coach JB know how to roll with the brothers. But Coach JB, this your boy Money Mike. He was out there running buck wild. I mean, you running buck wild. If Deion did what you did at your junior college, man, they'd lock him up. Because I'm telling you, man, if you ain't seen the Netflix and Coach JB, man, Coach JB, he in there. See, that's why I go with Coach JB. You hating on Deion. You saying Deion can't coach. Okay? He can't do this. He doesn't know how to do this. He doesn't know how to do that. And Coach JB, you know what? You had all your players, your coaches, everybody turned on you. Okay? That ain't going to happen with Deion. So, Coach JB, let's check that. I'm Money Mike. I'll check you out. You got me. Hit me back. But let's talk about it a little bit deeper, though. Okay? So, you get that first year. That's what he's got on the board. Okay? And he's got Pat Shermer coming in. Okay, Pat Shermer, man, that's a coach. Okay, that's a horse trader. So you get your board. They put it up on the board. These are all the players we got. We just finished season one. They got what they wanted out of expectation. Because here's what's happening when people play games with people in the media. And I see people who never played the game. And one thing to all my enterprise students, everybody there, we're going to grow you to a millionaire. One thing I'm going to tell you, when you have success, there's going to be people who can't do what you do. that going to talk about you and tell you everybody how bad you are. So when I talk about my guy, that's my guy, Jason Whitlock, man. I got to marinate that steak. Let me tell you what's happening, because he can't do what Deion does, okay? He cannot do what Deion does. And the thing about Jason Whitlock, man, Jason Whitlock lives a different life than most African Americans, okay? And the thing I'm saying that, he said his daddy owned a barbershop. Well, I don't think his daddy cut black men's hair, okay? I really don't, because when you go into the barbershop, and you can go to Shannon, you go to Deion, you go to Warren and Simon, we all black men in the barbershop. That's like our little haven. That's our cave. Where we can talk together. But we don't go in there and tear black men down. I don't understand that one, but that's life. That's how it goes. We'll keep rocking and rolling, because the other thing about Jason Whitlock that surprised me as I started checking him out, let me check this guy out. You know, I went over there to Ball State. Now he's at Ball State. Now he's talking all this about Deion. But man, at Ball State, do you know they can't even keep the attendance up? They're about to kick them out the league. They had to bring a new athletic director in. And folks, if you don't know what an athletic director does at a university, let me tell you. An athletic director is an enterprise business manager. His job is to go out there and raise money. Okay, that's what he does.